This is an amendment to the last video. I wanted to place everything into proper context here. The reality is that I have had this experience in my life, and that's why I say what they want, because that's my perception of what I feel in my situation. That's what I've experienced. What I've experienced is loss. What I've experienced is repeated triggering. That's all of these things that I've experienced. And the reason why I'm saying they want that is because of my involvement throughout this war and my intimate understanding of the militant feminist community and watching their actions to this moment. It's a strategic guess. It's my belief. I don't know what they want, but it's my belief. And I'm allowed to believe that. So let's bridge that a little bit here. They're saying now you don't have the right to question this last election, yet they spent their entire time of Trump's presidency questioning that election. They say you don't get to have a violent riot, yet they spent months violently rioting. This is what I mean by creating their own enemy. They're literally creating their own enemy just to blame you. You know you're not responsible. I know I'm not responsible. They just want to blame you. Maybe I should say need instead of want, because I can know what they need based off of pathology. It's a total double standard, and it's creating a war and incarcerating and destroying an entire people over a double standard. And we just can't allow this to happen. We just can't allow this to happen in this country. This is a setup. This is all a setup. And it has been. I mean, if you look at the dynamic behind it, it's like I said. They say you can't question this election. Yet they spent their entire thing talking about Russian collusion. Trying to impeach our president over that. Yet we can't say anything. We're somehow terrorists if we believe that. And all of their acts of violence, I heard about how many police officers were injured. Like 565 fucking riots, 2,000 fucking police officers injured. That's like a cost of human existence. That's a human cost. How many people died in the process? How much property was destroyed? Or weren't there other federal facilities that were assaulted? It's like we can do it, but you can't. And if you do, we're going to start a war off of you over it and off of our irrational fear, and then we're going to blame you. Once we have the ability to manipulate you over and over and over again, this is the way of women. This is matriarchy. This is ultra-conservatives, a small minority of our population, bringing our entire society to warfare. And unless we're smarter than them and stronger than them and faster than them, they could reclaim the society as their own and abolish us all. They'll certainly make you slaves, psychological slaves. So like I said, man, to me, it's a meaningless life to live without my sense of self. Living my life without my sense of self is a meaningless life. It's a life of slavery. And when a person, like I said, I've set goals in my life, and my goals have been psychological clarity. And that makes sense, because when you have psychological clarity, you don't need a whole lot more. You can achieve all these other things. They just don't matter so much. The psychological clarity is like the golden prize in this life. I'm not going to have somebody around me tell me that my lifelong goal is meaningless and that they're irrational fear is somehow more important than what I've dedicated my life to doing. I'm just not going to allow that to happen. I'm just not. So I'm going to do my best and keep posting my videos and do everything that I can to provide explanations and to provide strategy for the people around me in order to be able to combat this terrorism. This is terrorism against our people. And they say one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. I say let's get a judge to figure that one out.